So, when you invest in a video surveillance system, what are you really buying? You know, it's not just cameras and software, it's trust. Trust that it's going to work when you need it most, and trust that your critical data is actually safe. But in a world where there are new threats every single day, how do you even build that trust? I mean, in today's hyper-connected world, every single device you plug into your network is a potential doorway for an attacker. And this is the question you've got to ask yourself. And that means the very camera you put up to improve security could become your single biggest weakness. So, what does it really take to lock that door for good? You know, it all boils down to these three things, what the industry calls the CIA Triad. First, confidentiality. That just means keeping your private stuff private. Simple. Then there's integrity, which guarantees that the video you're watching hasn't been messed with. And finally, availability. This means your system is actually up and running when you need it. Here's the kicker. If just one of these pillars gets knocked down, the whole system is basically worthless. The trust is gone. So how do you stop that trust from ever being broken? Well, it's not about waiting for something bad to happen and then reacting. No, it's about being proactive. It's about designing security in from the very, very beginning. You need a solid blueprint. And this right here is the heart of that secure by design philosophy. It's this idea that security isn't just another feature you tack on at the end. It's not an afterthought. It has to be woven into every single stage of the product's life, right from the first sketch on a napkin all the way through engineering, manufacturing, and beyond. Now, that's a nice promise. But how do you know it's for real? Well, it's verified by some of the toughest international standards on the planet. Think of these as global seals of approval. And they don't just check the final product, they audit the entire process to make sure that security really is built in, not just bolted on. True deep security starts at the most basic level possible, the silicon itself. Before a single line of software is even written, a foundation of trust is built right into this chip. This is the brain of the camera, and it was designed from day one with security as one of its main jobs, not an extra feature. And inside that chip, there's a special little component called a secure element. The easiest way to picture it is as a literal digital vault, like a bank vault. It's a separate piece of hardware designed to be tamper-resistant, and it has one critical job: to protect the crown jewels, your encryption keys, your passwords from everything. Okay, so the hardware is locked down tight, but what about all the software running on top of it? In today's world, trust absolutely requires transparency. You need to know exactly what's inside every single device on your network, and that's where something called a software bill of materials, or SBOM, comes in. The analogy here is perfect. It's literally just an ingredient list for open source software. It tells you every single little piece that was used to build it. No secrets, no hidden components. So why is this so important? First, total transparency. You know exactly what you're dealing with. Second, and this is a game changer for risk management. Remember, when a huge global security flaw pops up with an SBOM, you can immediately check the list and know if you're affected. No guessing. That means a faster, smarter response. And I want to be clear, this isn't just some abstract idea. This is a real downloadable file that you can access and check for yourself. This is what true transparency looks like in action. We've got the secure hardware and the transparent software, but the job isn't done. Not by a long shot, because the bad guys are always evolving. The threat landscape is always changing. That means your security commitment has to be continuous. And that's where Hanwha Vision's S-CERT team comes in. The best way to think of them is as your 24/7 security watchtower. They are constantly scanning the horizon for new threats, digging into potential problems, and developing fixes to make sure vulnerabilities are patched before they can ever become a real problem for you. And their commitment actually goes beyond just their own products. Hanwha Vision is a CVE numbering authority, a CNA. Now that sounds technical, but it means they are part of a trusted global community. They have the authority to officially identify and disclose security flaws, helping make the entire digital world safer for everyone. It's about taking responsibility for the whole ecosystem. Leadership in this industry isn't just about cool new features. It's built on a foundation of a trusted supply chain and this relentless, multi-layered focus on cybersecurity that we've just walked through from the chip all the way up to the cloud. As you think about your own security systems, ask yourself this. Was your security just an afterthought, something bolted on at the end? Or is it fundamentally part of the design built in from the very beginning? Because in today's world, the answer to that question makes all the difference.